Arnold Schoenberg, born on 13 September 1874, Leopoldstadt, Vienna, Austria, died on 13th July 1951 in Los Angeles, California, in USA. Arnold Schoenberg said, "If it is art, it is not for all. And if it is for all, it is not art." If it is art, it is not for all. Because the art, you have to put H before the A, becomes art. A heart cannot be given to any Tom, Dick and Harry. Only a lover can understand the art. The deep, intimate relationship with the lover understands the art. You cannot freely give your advice to any Tom, Dick and Harry. It is wasted. You have to find out who understands you. To them, the advice works out. Otherwise, it is lost. Hence, Arnold Schoenberg said, if it is art, it is not for all. Because to understand the art, you have to work very, very hard. It's not very, very hard. You should have a deep, intimate, passionately in love, deep, intimate relationship with that particular subject. And then time doesn't come, pain doesn't come, because all pain is gold. All pain is our victory. No pain, no gold. Yes, no pain, no victory. If it is art, it is not for all. Yes, the artist has to be so deeply involved, and many people do not understand art. So you have to make it very sure. Only few leaders come. A leader will lead and he will not yield to pressure tactics. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. If it is art, it is not for all. Arnold Schoenberg said. It cannot be for all because there are some people who concentrates on that particular subject. It cannot be jack of all trades, master of none. You go and then it cannot be. That cannot be given to all, or you cannot take it all. And if it is for all, it is not art. If it is all, then it is not art. It cannot be. If it is open your heart to any Tom, Dick and Harry, then you can never get a love. Jack of all trades, master of none. Hence, you can see a lot of films. Film songs is for all, but the real music lovers are different. The people who are listening to the music, film songs, are not lovers of that particular art. It is just opened up. Yes, you have to understand the machine what you're using. You use it so you understand the machine very well. You understand your wife very well. You understand your husband very well. If it is art, it is not for all. If it is art, you have to work very hard to penetrate that deep, to make sure that the roots go deeper so that the tree stands taller, the art stands taller. Arnold Schoenberg was an Austrian-born composer, music theorist, teacher, writer and painter. He is widely considered one of the most influential composers of the 20th century. He was associated with the expressionist movement in German poetry and art, and leader of the Second Vienna School. The rise of the Nazi Party, Schoenberg's works were labeled degenerative music because they were modernist and atonal. Arnold Schoenberg said, if it is art, it is not for all. Yes. If it is art, majority won't understand. Majority gets carried away by with all that glitters. All that glitters is gold. They get carried away. But an artist knows all the glitters are not gold. The artist have to concentrate on that particular subject. He has to make sure that the seed is planted in a proper soil. If the seed is thrown into the tar road, it never grows to become a big tree. It's put in a proper soil and nurtured it properly. Then you can see it becomes like a big art. If it is art, it is not for all. You take the seed and cut it into pieces and then you think it is for all, then you never see the seed. Yes, that deep understanding of that particular subject, that is called meditation. When you're studying a particular subject for examination, Only you and that subject, you and that lover. The subject becomes a lover. The deep, intimate relationship with that particular subject means to go so deeper. You understand the whole world. You understand all the other 5 subjects also. But most of the time we forget to teach the children, because the Gurukula Shastra has been disconnected. When Gurukula Shastra has been disconnected, jumble and tumble. Dump as much as possible. Too many cooks spoil the broth. You have too many teachers, and then what happens? In the old time, there's only one teacher, one father and one mother, one teacher. That becomes the guru who shows you the whole world, which on what concentration you wanted, what subject you come to learn. But here, the political masters knew to confuse you. You wanted to become intelligent. You want freedom. Will give you freedom, but will confuse you. They dumped so many things into you, and then dragged all the money from you in the name of high marks, in the name of distinction, in the name of rank. All that different varieties. Leave it. If it is art, it is not for all, and if it is for all, it is not art. Arnold Schoenberg said, if it is for all, then it cannot become art. It cannot be so strong. Schoenberg's approach, both in terms of harmony and development, has shaped much of the 20th century musical thought. Many European and American composers from at least 3 generations have consciously extended his thinking, whereas others have passionately reacted against it. Schoenberg was known early in his career for simultaneously extending the traditionally opposed German romantic styles of Brahms and Wagner. Later, his name would come to personify innovations in atonality. Although Schoenberg himself detested that term, that would become the most polemical feature of the 20th century art music. In the 1920s, Schoenberg developed the 12-tone technique, an influential compositional method of manipulating an ordered series of all 12 notes in the chromatic scale. He also coined the term developing variation and was the first modern composer to embrace ways of developing motifs without resorting to the dominance of a centralized melodic idea. Arnold Schoenberg said, if it is art, yes, you have to break through. If it is art, you have to walk your own path. Don't walk the path created by others. You create your own path. Yes. And then you see an art growing. Then you see a silence growing. Then you see your concentration growing. Then suddenly the past, present, future stops. Only you and that particular subjects come. When you and particular subjects come, then you can see a drawing happening, a painting happening, an art happening. And then you see in that art there is a life which has got a heart, not a head. If it is art, it is not for real. And if it is for all, it is not art. You must find out who stays with you. When Napoleon said, give me 4 people who can listen to me, I can rule the whole world. Yes, the art, you cannot give it to all. The gold has to be polished. And people do not have the patience to polish. They get carried away by all the lights in the big cities, and they went to the cities to become a nobody. Yes. And then, you know what happened? Diseases. But deep down in their art, that is the heart is the land where you have the joint family. In that joint family, when you go penetrate deeper, when you got deep intimate relationship with your family, with your wife, your children, and then it blooms, a beauty blooms. It is not called, it's all. It is a concentration of art, the family tree, the greatest art. An artist bloom in that art, you see the divine, you see the God. Arnold Schoenberg said, if it is art, it is not for all. And if it is for all, it is not art. This is my 178th short.